Dear student, good morning. The today's point is justification for the dual nature of electrons. First one, particle nature. When an electron strikes a zinc sulfide screen, it produces a spot of light known as scintillation. The striking electron must be localized and not spread out like a wave. Electron behave as a particle. Student, second point known as wave nature. Davison and Germer subjected streams of electron emitted from a tungsten filament to influence of strong electric field so as to accelerate the speed of electron when these electrons strike against nickel crystals. Concentric dark and bright rings were formed on screen, diffraction rings. The significance of the de Broglie relationship you have seen, student. Plate with slit, electrical field, electron beam, nickel crystal, then diffraction rings we have below. So the de Broglie relationship, lambda is equal to h upon mv. We put the value, Planck constant value 6.626 into 10 to the power minus 34 kilogram meter square per second. Then mass and velocity 9.11 into 10 to the power minus 31, mass of electrons. Then 10 to the power 6. So it is 7.28 into 10 to the power minus 10. So wavelength associated with the moving electron, same order of magnitude of X-ray, which can be easily measured. Student, on the other hand, mass of 10 gram ball has same velocity of electron 10 to the power 6 meter per second if we put. So lambda is equal to hmv 6.63 into 10 to the power minus 34 kilogram meter square per second. Then mass, if we put the mass of ball 10 into 10 to the power minus 3 kilogram, if we convert the gram into kilogram, then into 10 to the power 6 meter per second if we have the same velocity. So answer is 6.63 into 10 to the power minus 38 meter. So this wavelength is shorter than any electromagnetic radiation and cannot be measured by any known method. So electromagnetic waves and matter waves, they are different. First one, electromagnetic waves, these are associated with electric and magnetic fields perpendicular to each other and to the direction of propagation of radiation. But matter waves may not be associated with electric and magnetic field. Number two difference, electromagnetic waves, they can be radiated into space or emitted. In a matter waves, they neither radiated into space nor emitted by the particle. These are simply associated with the particle. Electromagnetic waves, they do not require any medium for propagation. Example, these waves can pass through vacuum. But matter waves, point number 3, they require medium for propagation. Example, these waves cannot pass through vacuum. Student, electromagnetic waves, point 4, travel with the same velocity, but in matter waves, travel with different velocities. Electromagnetic waves, point number 5, velocity equal to light, it is 3 into 10 to the power 8 meter per second. But matter waves, point 5, velocity less than velocity of light. Point 6, much large wavelength measured by lambda is equal to c upon v, frequency relationship. But in a matter waves, they have shorter wavelengths measured by lambda is equal to hmv, means de Broglie relationship. So student, there are many NCERT problems are based on this relationship. Question 2.20, 2.21, 2.57, 2.58, 2.59, 2.60. We can solve the question 2.20. The question is, calculate the wavelengths of an electron moving with a velocity of 2.05 into 10 to the power 7 meter per second. So student, we know lambda is equal to h upon mv. Planck constant 6.63 into 10 to the power minus 34 kilogram meter square per second. Mass of electron 9.11 into 10 to the power minus 31 kilogram. Velocity are given in a numerical 2.05 into 10 to the power 7 meter per second. So student, the answer is 3.55 into 10 to the power minus 11 meter. Student, my next topic is Heisenberg uncertainty principle. It is not possible to measure simultaneously both the position and momentum or velocity of a microscope particle with absolutely accuracy. Means delta x multiplied by delta p, which are momentum, is greater than or similar as h upon 4 pi. Delta x is uncertainly in position, delta p is uncertainly in momentum. So the point is, first, if delta x is small, position of particle is measured accurately, delta p would be large. Second, if delta p is small, the momentum of the particle is measured more accurately, delta x would be large. If the position of a particle is measured accurately, there will be more error in the measurement of momentum. Conversely, if momentum is measured more. So accurately, student, the position will not be accurately known, means p is equal to mb. So delta p is equal to m delta v. M delta v is greater than or similar to h upon 4 pi, or delta x into delta v is equal to greater than or similar h upon 4 pi m. The position and velocity of an object cannot be simultaneously known with accuracy. So student, on the display you have seen original path of electron, incident photon, expected path, microscope, we observe to the seen to velocity of an electron, new path and velocity of electron, or their interaction with the photon. So student, what are the significance of uncertainty principle in our daily life? We cannot observe microscopic things without disturbing them. No instrument can observe the position of an electron without affecting it. Uncertainty principle is the fundamental limitation of nature. This principle has no significance in our daily life. This is because we come across only large objects. Example, the object which we can observe with net without altering their motion. So student, Heisenberg uncertainty principle, the question 2.61 are totally based on this. The question is, if the position of the electron is measured within an accuracy of plus minus 0.002 nanometer, calculate the uncertainty in the momentum of the electron. If suppose the momentum of the electron is h upon 4 pi m into 0.0595 nanometer, is there any problem in defining this value? So answer is delta is equal to plus minus 0.002 nanometer. We convert into the meter. Planck constant we know 6.626 into 10 to the power minus 34 kilogram meter square per second. Delta x into delta p is equal to h upon 4 pi, or delta p is equal to h 4 pi into delta x divided. So we put the value 6.626. Then the answer is 2.63 into 10 to the power minus 23 kilogram per meter second. Uncertainty in momentum is h upon 4 pi m into 1 upon 0.002 into 10 to the power minus 9. So we put the value h upon 4 pi m into 5 into 10 to the power 11, which is much larger than actual momentum. So therefore it cannot be defined. So student, the next point is quantum mechanical model of atom and concept of atomic orbital and orbit. Atomic orbital. An orbital may be defined as a region in space around the nucleus where the probability of finding the electron is maximum. Energy of electron in an atom En is equal to minus 2 pi square MeE4 n square h square. Put the value n is equal to minus 2.18 into 10 to the power minus 18 divided by n square joule per atom. So it is equal to minus 1312 into 10 to the power 6 divided by n square joule per mole. So student, orbit, it is a well-defined circular path around the nucleus in which electron revolve. In an orbital, it represents the region in space around the nucleus in which the probability of finding electron is maximum. Orbit, it represents the planar motion of an electron. An orbital, it represents three-dimensional motion of an electron around the nucleus. Orbit, it gives a definite path of an electron, and this concept is not accordance with the uncertainty principle. Orbital, it does not specify definite path. According to this concept, uncertainty principle, electron may be anywhere in the region. Point number 4, all orbits are circular, but number 4, orbitals have different shapes. Example is sphere, p dumbbell. Point 5, orbital do not have directional characteristics. Orbital Point number 5, except s orbitals, all other orbitals have directional characteristics. In orbits, an orbit can accommodate electron equal to n square when n represents the principal quantum number, but orbital cannot accommodate more than 2 electrons.